Hello students, welcome in this channel. Yesterday already we started the waves. In that lecture we discuss about the definition of waves and the types of waves. So three types are there. We know that mechanical waves, electromagnetic wave and matter wave. But in this chapter we are going to study about the only mechanical waves. Yesterday we discussed some point, but now let me think about what we are going to learn in this chapter. What is the physics of oscillation? Next is the physics of waves. What is the physics behind the wave? What is the physics of oscillation? And that wave, physics of waves, it is followed by the oscillation of mass. Also we know whenever we are going to tie, one rigid support is there and we are going to tie here, string is there, okay. And at that here, one end of that string is tied to rigid support and another end is empty. We are giving the jerk up and down. So in that time, what is the oscillation of that mass of that string? It is attached to the rigid body. Another thing in this chapter we have to learn, it is that the oscillation of a simple pendulum, and also we know waves in elastic medium. So that elastic medium, it is intimately connected with the harmonic oscillation. So here we have to see in this chapter we are going to study the physics of waves, the physics of oscillations, the mass. This rope is connected to the rigid support, and when we are giving the jerk to the free end of the rope, that time it is going to oscillate. That means what is the oscillation of that mass of the rope which is connected to the rigid support, and elastic property, that elastic properties of the material that intimately connected to the harmonic oscillation. So these things we are going to learn. Before the learning the types of mechanical wave, let me take a small example. In that example we can understand some concept related to the string and related to the sound. Now see here, one of the collection of the spring, here is the rigid support and here we are collecting the spring. The springs are one by one. So these springs are bounded to the rigid support. Here collection of the spring, and that springs are connected to each other, and one end of that collection is suspended to bounded to the rigid support, and another end of that collection it is open. Now what we are doing, we are giving the jerk to this end. So this part will go up and down, and what will be happen? See that as we are giving the jerk to this free end, we are moving it up and down. We are giving one of the jerk up and down. That time the disturbance is created in that collection, and that disturbance is propagated from that free end to this end. But firstly what happened, the disturbance is passes through the first spring, then it is going to, this first spring is connected to the second one is connected to third. So this disturbance is going to travel from one spring to another spring to another spring to that fixed end. Now here what happened, every spring, each spring it is going to disturb from its equilibrium position. So this spring will move up, this spring will disturb by small length about its equilibrium position, whatever its equilibrium position. So this will go in this direction, afterward come in that equilibrium position, and then it will come in this direction, front and back. We know to and fro motion of that spring, and again the same disturbance from one spring it is going to transfer to the another spring. Again this spring also it will be displaced from its equilibrium position, small distance. Again this disturbance from the second number spring, it is going to transfer to the third number spring. So it is one by one. Whenever we are giving the jerk to the free end of the collection of a spring, that time the disturbance is created, and that disturbance means wave, and it is going to propagated from one end to another end. We can't say the system is not directly displaced by giving the jerk, but whenever we are creating here disturbance, that disturbance is transferred to one spring. This spring is connected to second spring. This spring is connected to third one. So that disturbance is going to transfer one by one. We can take another one example. That example is very familiar to us. The train. We know in the train, first of all, the engine is present there. Afterward, that engine is connected to the bogies, and the bogies are connected by the spring coupling to each other. Now here, just I am trying to draw the diagram of that. Here is the engine. That engine is connected to bogies one by one. And another after that, the first of all engine is connected to first bogie is connected to next is connected to next, and it is so on. Now here consider one stationary train on the railway station. The train is stationary, that means it is about to start, it is not running. Consider a stationary train on the railway station. So engine is there. That engine is connected to first bogie. The first bogie is connected to second one is connected to third one, and this is going on. Whenever the engine will start, this engine will give push to the first bogie. That first bogie is connected to second one. It is that means the bogies are connected by spring coupling. Then it will give push to the first. That first bogie will give push to the second, and second will give to the third. That means one by one they are getting the push. That means the push is transmitted from the engine. This push is again transmitted to the first bogie. This push is again transmitted to second one, and it is going on. That means whenever the train is stationary and the engine is start, that means the disturbance is created in that structure also, but that disturbance is passes from one end to another end. We can, this is the engine is first displaced. This displacement, this disturbance is converted to second one, it is converted to third one. That means it is displaced one by one, and this push from the engine, that push is transmitted from one bogie to second bogie to next bogie. So here the entire train, entire body of that train will not displace at a time. It is going to displace one by one. That means whole train is not going to displace at a time. Entire body of that system is not going to displace. That displacement, that disturbance is from one part to next part. So this example, that two examples will explain us that wave means it is a disturbance, it is the information. That information is going to transfer, energy is going to, it will start, it will give push. That means engine will give push to this bogie. That push is transmitted from engine to first bogie, next second bogie, and it is going on. That means here is the propagation of disturbance from one point to another point. Now we can see the same thing which is related to sound. Already yesterday we discussed in the process of speaking what happened, the sound wave is created, and we know whenever here we have to see the propagation of a sound in air. Also we know that some basic concept already we learned in 9th and 10th standard. See that whenever that sound is going to transfer, sound wave is going to transfer in the air, what will happen? We can see it causes, there is a compression. That means the particles are very close to each other. Compression is there. and afterward we can see the rarefaction is there. The two regions are there when the sound is traveling in the air. First is their compression, second one is their rarefaction. Again we are getting the compression, they are close to each other. After that compression we are getting the rarefaction. See, whenever the sound is going to travel in the air, in that region, compression we can see. After that compression there is a rarefaction, after compression and after the rarefaction. In that region, compression, what will happen? The particles are very close to each other and this will give us change in the density, and that change in density, it will causes also change in the pressure. This part is the compression, this part is the rarefaction, compression, rarefaction. And again we can see here, it should be here compression. They are going alternately. First of all compression, then rarefaction, compression, rarefaction. Because of this structure of a sound in the air, there is a change in the density, there is a change in the density is going to change. Also for density we can write the rho, density is going to change. This causes also change in the pressure. That means first of all, if we are going to see there is a compression, the particles are very close to each other. That means in this region we can get the maximum density and maximum pressure. Also we know in that region we can find out that force per unit area is the pressure. Already we learned in mechanical properties of the solids, pressure per unit area, force per unit area is nothing but the pressure. And in that we learn that restoring force is directly proportional to deformation. But here deformation means change in the form. Here we can say the restoring force is directly proportional to disturbance. In that mechanical properties we know force per unit area is nothing but pressure. See there, whenever the sound is traveling in the air, that we are getting the pattern of disturbance. The propagation of pattern of disturbance is such like that: compression, rarefaction, compression, rarefaction, and then compression. Alternately that compression, rarefaction are present. In that compression the particles are very close to each other. Okay, here density and pressure is maximum in that region. In rarefaction it is minimum. So in this case pressure is present. Already we said that change in density, it causes the change in the pressure. So here force per unit area is nothing but the pressure. But in this case we can say the restoring force is directly proportional to disturbance, whatever is their disturbance. So here when the sound is going to travel, the molecules, they are trying to compress, they come close to each other. That time the air is also trying to move that compression and rarefaction in the adjoining region. So we can get the alternately compression, rarefaction, compression, rarefaction, and compression. So this is the sound wave. We are going to see it is deeply, but just we are taking the introduction part. Now while going, one thing I want to tell you. Yesterday also we discussed, in the substance the atoms are present in an equilibrium position. That means every atom is connected with the neighboring atom by the force. That force is intermolecular force. Now when we are going to give the jerk to a spring, that means suppose here rigid support is present here and one spring is bounded to that one end of the spring, one end of that string is bounded to rigid support and other end is free. Now here what happened, in that all atoms are present there, they are in equilibrium position. Here what we are going to do, here we are giving jerk to the one single atom and remaining all atoms, they are fixed. Okay, here what happened, we are giving the jerk, that means here only single atom is going to displace, and remaining atoms we are going to keep the constant. Here the remaining atoms are fixed, and here the single atom is going to displace, so that in that string the restoring force is present there. So this is a concept here. Restoring force is directly proportional to disturbance. Okay, now next point is there. We are going to see the types of the mechanical wave. Some ideas, otherwise some little bit information we learn in 9th and 10th standard also. In this chapter already I said we are going to learn only mechanical wave, most characteristics, functions of that mechanical wave. So that mechanical wave, it is going to divide into two types. First is there transverse wave, and second one is there longitudinal wave. There two types are there. Mechanical wave, the mechanical wave having two types. First is there transverse wave, and second one is there longitudinal wave. Longitudinal wave, somewhere the pronunciations are different. Okay, now we are going to see first is the transverse wave, second one is the longitudinal wave. We are going to see their characteristics one by one. I will take the first transverse wave. In that first is there the oscillation of particle. It is the oscillation of particles of medium. They are perpendicular to the direction of wave. That means in which direction the wave is propagating. The wave is travel from one point to another point. For that direction, the particles oscillation are perpendicular. So here first point is there the oscillations of particles of medium perpendicular to direction of wave. First point. Next one is there. Same we can say the oscillation of a particles of medium. These are normal to the wave motion. In which direction the wave is going to move, for that direction the particles oscillation is normal. They both are having the same meaning, not different. Oscillations of particles normal. These particles are means these are the particles of medium normal to wave motion. Third one is there when wave is going to travel medium, it is travel in the form of crust and trough. This part is called as the crust, this part is called as the trough. That means the particle, this is the direction of wave. In this direction wave is going. So here the particles, they are oscillating perpendicular to the direction of wave. So the particle, it will goes up, the particle, it is going down. So when the wave travel in the medium, it will travel in such a way. That means here we are going to see the traveling of a wave in medium in such a way that crust, trough. It is alternately crust, trough. That these are the first of all three property. The next property we will see. First is that the oscillation of particles of the medium are perpendicular to the direction of wave. The same one is there, but the wording is little bit different. But we should know this also. For the conceptual level questions, for JEE NEET question, we know the characteristics of that transverse wave, the oscillation of particles of medium normal to the wave motion. For the direction also they are perpendicular, and wave is going to move. The motion of wave, the oscillation of that particles are normal, means perpendicular. Again, when the wave is travel in the medium in such a way that we can get alternately crust, trough, crust, trough. These are the first three properties. Let me continue. Next one, you can write here transverse wave. You can put here characteristics, otherwise properties. Second one, third one, fourth one. The transverse waves are transmitted only in solid. Fourth, transmitted in solids only. Okay. Another is there, it is transmitted on top surface of liquid. Transmitted on surface of liquid. We know the waves are created on the water surface. Next one, these waves transmitted on surface of liquid. Surface of liquid. So, if these waves are transmitted in solid only, that means these waves are not, it can't transmitted in gases and liquid. We can say that can't transmitted in liquid and gases. Seventh one is there, this wave can be polarized. These transverse waves can be polarized, and the wave is traveling in medium. That medium should have the property of rigidity. Medium should have property of rigidity. See then, already we discussed simple characteristics are this wave can transmitted in solid only. Obviously, this can't transmitted in liquid and gases, but this wave can be transmitted on the surface of a liquid. We know waves are created on the water surface. Another